During examination, we will keep it up and running. Okay, that is the reason our group head, one of our sir is trying to keep it in another server. I will discuss with him. Okay. Using your own machine will always be best because you will have your setup all the time. You can work on that later on also, because once this course is over, then we may remove your access from VTE lab. Okay, we have to give for new students, right? The server will not cannot occupy it. We cannot keep give you access to the VTE lab all the time. That's why if you have it in your setup, it is good all the time. That's what we suggested. Okay, you can install your virtual box, Oracle virtual box, and you can configure master setups in that itself. I will show you that also one day. Okay, I will share the screen. So we saw about the constraints, and those are the rules we are applying on the while during the creation of the tables. Okay, and some limits which are giving it. So some of the constraints, SQL constraints which we saw is not null, unique, primary key, foreign key, check, default, and index constraints. These are all we have seen. If give any field name or the column name as not null. Okay, not null, unique, a field which is given unique, it will be holding the unique values. Okay, you cannot give duplicate values, so two values it cannot take it. And primary key, foreign key. So this we have seen a column which we make it as a primary key, it should have a value, it cannot be null, and it will have a unique value. This two combination, it is a combination of not null and unique constraint. And a foreign key is used to relate between two keys. And there was a question that day, like whether a same table can be a same table can have a primary key and a foreign key. Yes, it can have a primary key and a foreign key. Okay, that we call it as a self referential. Actually there is some constraints which we'll see, that is referential constraints. Okay, wherever the foreign key is, we are having it, any column you say that as a foreign key, it should follow some norms. Okay, because if foreign key will refer the primary key of another table, right, as per our examples. So if you remove the primary key, then key will be like dangling, it will not refer anywhere, so that is not a valid situation at all. So for satisfying all those things, we will have a referential integrity. Okay, referential integrity constraints, it means it is the integrity which you are or the rules which are applying on the foreign key. Okay, so and the question was like a single table itself can have a primary key and a foreign key. Yes, the same table can have a primary key, and that primary key in the same table itself we can refer it to as a foreign key also. But it will not make any sense at all. And during update or during delete, it may create some issues. But it is possible that you can have a in a single table you can have both the primary key and the foreign key, which is the primary key of that same table itself. Okay, now I will try to write an example and show. And check constraint, we used to have it to check to allow values into your column based on the conditions. And the default, if you want any of the field or any of the column which you are creating should have a default value, then that you can specify using the default constraint. And indexing is to do faster retrieval of a data, then you can make a particular column itself as index, and based on that index you can do the search. Okay, so all the examples we have seen about not null, unique, primary key we have created, foreign key, we created two tables, and we used the one table column as a foreign key in the another table column. Okay, and this is how we have to give the foreign key. Okay, and we saw about a set null. I will tell. Check constraint we saw where we can give a specific constraint for any column while we are adding values into that, while we are inserting values into that, and a default constraint to give a default values for any column. Okay, so I did not talk about referential options. So referential option is, it is a like it is applicable on the foreign key constraints. Okay, so if there is a, if we have a table, two tables alike, uh, this, like a person table and the order table, and the id of a person table is considered as is a primary key. Okay, and that is considered as a foreign key in the order table. Okay, say for example you are removing the value of the id. Okay, from the column id, one value id, but then the foreign key is referencing to the id of a person table, right? So it will be like a throwing error, it will throw error. So in order to set some constraints, whether it can throw error, or whether during updation, say for example you are updating the value of the id in the person table, then what should happen in the for the foreign key in the order table, and or if you are trying to delete the primary key from the person table, what should happen in the orders in the uh, in the order table. All these things are taken care by the constraints which we give it as referential constraints. Okay, so how that is, so it actually talks about the foreign key constraints. Okay, when we are doing some actions on the primary key, how the foreign key should behave it. That's what this a referential constraint, referential integrity constraint they will say. This I will put it as integrity constraint. Okay, integrity constraint options. So when you are doing any deletion or updation of the parent table, parent means here the primary key, they will whichever table contains the primary key, they call that as a parent table, and whichever table is referring to the primary key, that they will call it as a child table. Okay, that's what here it is mentioned as a parent table. If you are trying to delete the primary key or update the primary key, then if you give this constraint as cascade, it will also get reflected in the foreign key. Okay, what I mean to say here is, so you can see this statements. Okay, there is one table, parent table, which we created using the primary key id as a id, and there is another table, child table, which is referencing the id of a parent table as its foreign key. Here we are giving the foreign key, and I tell on deleted cascade and on delete update, what it does is, any change for the values in the id column, if you do in the parent table, that will be reflected in the child table also. Okay, that is what it means. So what I mean here is, okay, so we have the parent table, and we have some id field in that we say. Okay, id, and some name I give it, age I give it. So this we make it as a primary key, and a child table. In this we have a id, child id, and the name of a child, and id which is the foreign key, okay, which is referencing in this. Okay, when I give cascade, say it is having 001 as the value, and 002, 003. Okay, during updation and deletion, so here also foreign key 001, this can be 999998, something like that, 002. So both are referencing, right? So for example, if I try to delete, what normally will happen, if you try to delete the primary key of the parent table, it will throw error. Okay, defaultly it will throw error saying this key is a referenced in the table child. Okay, so if you wanted to allow the deletion, you can give a constraint saying on cascade. Okay, on cascade delete, it means if you delete the value, delete the key, if you delete the key primary key from the parent, it also gets deleted from the, if I have it at 003, then it also gets deleted from the child table. That is what this constraint uh, what we are possessing on the foreign key. Okay, that is what the referential integrity constraint is. That is, we are giving some constraints on the foreign key, how it should behave whenever there is a change in the parent table. Likewise, there are four constraints you can uh, uh, what you can we can impose four constraints. One is the cascade constraint, another is a set null. Okay, another is a default, and which is the another one? No action. Okay, no action. Okay, is the one which is present defaultly. It means whenever, if you don't if you don't impose any constraint on a foreign key, then whenever you try to delete or update the primary key value, then it will throw error. Okay, that is the default behavior. And if you say on cascade delete or on cascade update, it means if you are trying to delete the primary key, then it gets deleted in the foreign key also. Foreign key also gets deleted, and if you say update the primary key to 004, then the foreign key value also gets updated. Okay, that is what this on cascade will do. We are saying the foreign key should behave however the primary key is looking like. Okay, and set null is when a foreign key is, sorry, when a primary key is deleted, then we will set the value for the foreign key as null. That's what the constraint which we possess, which we impose on the foreign key. Okay, this you can give it during the creation of the table. When you create the table, you give primary keys, right? And you also say which one is the foreign key in another table or in the same table. So during the creation of the foreign key, any changes if you make on the primary key that you wanted to reflect in the foreign key also, then you can use these two options like on cascade, or if you want to set null value if on deletion of the primary key, that you can do. If you don't give any of these constraints, referential integrity constraints, which is on the foreign key, then it what it will do, any change you make on the primary key, it will throw error saying this is a referenced by the foreign key in another table or in the same table. Okay, we will see an example in this. Okay, what kind of error it is throwing. We'll create two tables. We'll have a primary key, foreign key, and we will see the difference in that. Okay, yes. On the foreign key it will act, it will act on the child table, that is which table is having the foreign key, it will act. Okay, otherwise it is understandable, no, like the primary key is referenced by some table, you try to delete the primary key value, normally you will do it. Okay, you want to say I am adding the student information, and the student data is there, and the student registration information is there, both are linked by the id, student id. If I say sometimes I don't want this to, because the student has not completed the registration, I'll try to remove it from the student table, but this id is referenced in the registration table, right? Then it will say that I am referencing this table. It will throw error saying it is referenced by the foreign key. I'll show the example how it works. Okay. Mm, discard this, I'll connect to the VTE lab. Not sharing it. N- Not connecting, huh? VTE lab is not connecting. Yes, I think connecting. It's taking time, I think. Even if it is not connecting, it's fine. See what I do, then you can do it later. Practice later. Buffering for long time. Okay, even for me, it is happening like that. I think it is. Yes, it is not connecting. What do we do? And guys, I have put the answers for Java theory in the Java portion itself. Just to check it. If any discrepancy is there or if any answer you find it wrong, you'd let me know. Okay. It has some more questions, more than 100, I think. Oh, yeah, more than 100. You can. Anyway, it's fine. You can use that. It is not working. What was our answer? You wanted to see what was your score. I'll enable that. I don't know now whether we can you can see it. I will enable that. Okay, I will enable that. It is not coming VT lab. Okay, I will enable it. Here I have given the answers also. Okay, fine. It's down since last. Yes, sir. Actually, sir has made it up. Okay, I asked one other sir here. He made it up. He was controlling it, but I think it is not coming. Okay, then actually, if anyone has a virtual machine installed in your laptop or anything, you can share your machine. Then I can show it there itself. I think, Saurav, you have your setup in Windows. That's what here. I tried in Windows also. Windows with virtual machine, there is some problem in that. That's why I took time. I thought I will install in that and show. If anyone has your machine like virtual box, please share it. I will show in that. Um, Saurav, you have Venkana Babu, you have your or Mahalakshmi, do you have your local setup? Virtual box with Ubuntu installed. Oracle virtual box with Ubuntu installed. Please do reply. We're all using VT Lab only. Okay. Then I cannot show demo. Maybe I can talk only the theory part. Theory, nothing is there. It is like demo only we have to work. Theory part. Um, okay, I will see the slide. Today's class portion was to show the alter table, update and select queries. So what I will do is I will just give a theory part of that. Then later on, once the lab is ready or if my machine is working, then I will show it. So alter command. Alter command will do the alteration on the table structure. Okay, table structure alteration. So you can add a column to a table. Okay, when into an existing table. Let's say for example you create a student table, and a student table containing student id, name and class. Only these three values it is containing. And if you want to add age to it, a new column. Okay, after creation of the table, then you can use add command. Okay, using the command, you can pass the add command, and you can say age. Okay, age, and what type it should be. Age is of integer type. So how you can write the command is alter table, table name, whatever is the table name here is going to be the student. Inside student you are going to add a new column is age, and of which type you have to mention is integer. And you can give the constraint also like not null. Okay, or check. Okay, check age greater than 20. Likewise all these constraints you can give it. So this is one command to alter the column. So to add a column to the alter table, what else is there? You can also add multiple columns into that. Okay, like a comma, you can put as comma separated. Alter table, tomorrow we will see that exercises in the table name. This is table name. Okay, add multiple columns. You can add age, I have added age as integer, I have give. And address. Okay, address also you can give it as a varchar some value like a 20 something you can give it. And what else you can do with that? You can do add, modify and rename. Okay, into the alter tables, multiple columns you can add it. Modify a column definition you can do. So I have the student table. In that I have a class. Okay, class, say for example I have given it as a integer. Okay, if I wanted to change the type of the class, data type of the class, then alter table, then student name, table name. Okay, modify. Okay, there is a command modify. uh, what is the one class, right? Yes, column name, class to say for example varchar. If I wanted to give it as a varchar 10. Okay, likewise you can do. And you will also have a rename option. Okay, for rename you can directly give rename. Table name also you can rename it, I think. Okay, 1 minute, I'll take that command. Rename, what it will do, it will directly change the name of the table to a new name. Okay, direct, I'm not sure whether this will work. Rename table, table name, we will see it tomorrow. Okay, you don't have to note it down, you can google it or find somewhere else also, but I'm not sure whether this will work. But rename table, table name too, you can give it a different table name like a student information. Okay, the table name itself is a rename. Change column you can do. Okay, change column is like renaming only. So alter table, student, uh, change column name. Say for example, if I take name as the column name, name column to name of student, something like that, you can change it. Okay, only changing the name of the student name. Okay, likewise you can do, and you can also see how do you delete a table. I told no, deletion of a table is by drop table, right? Drop table, table name you will give for deleting a table. You can do that using the alter command also. Alter uh, drop table, I think. Forgot the command. Yeah, alter table, table name. Sorry, this is not there. Alter table directly you can give, or a table name as a student, and in that you can do drop, okay, table, and the table name. No, no, dropping a column itself you can do. This is dropping a table. You can drop a column. If you want to delete a particular column, then you can give the column name. This is the column name. Okay, likewise, this option you can use it. Okay, using the alter table, you can give a new, you can add the table, add a new column, change the data type of a column. Okay, modify using the modify command. You can rename the table name from one table name to another using rename also you can do. Otherwise, using alter, you have a change. Okay, change the name of the column to another column also you can do. This is renaming the table. Okay, renaming the table, not the column. Renaming the table, but I'm not sure whether this works. We'll check it. And alter table, student drop table, drop table. This is the column name. Column name also you can drop it particularly. So these are all works on the table structure itself. This alter command. Okay, and is this fine? No. Online compiler. Okay. Okay. It will execute everything. Ma'am, my SQL version 5.1 I have. Can I share my screen? Why 5.5? Some things will be deprecated in that, no? Have 5, I mean 8.0. Select, well, let me see whether this works. Yes, this is working. Okay, I will share it. Thanks, Saurav. I'll share this. Okay, it's fine, I think, right? Zoom. Is this okay? Okay, so the table is already created by Saurav. I think you have created the table, is it? Names ID integer, name. But the text it is saying this is a SQL compiler, right? We wanted a MySQL compiler. Create table sample or student. Will it work with the student ID int comma name varchar 20, execute this. Unique constraint table names already exist. Okay, you are like students execute. It's throwing it. Okay, it is throwing some unique constraint in names. There is something like in names, right? How do you comment it? Like this one, no? Okay. Okay, I save this. You have to start the transaction and commit it. Is it required here? Table students already exists. Students info. Table names already exists. So how do I start a new one? Select star from student info. Table student info already exists. Yes, it is existing. Error it is showing. Is this the SQL compiler, or we will search for MySQL compiler? I've not used this before. Okay. Online MySQL compiler. One thing I can do, I can show it from MySQL Workbench. I'll do that. Installation I have not shown. I will show it from my MySQL Workbench. That will be fine, right? Okay, I will do that one. Okay. Okay, this is the MySQL Workbench which I have installed in my machine. This also you can install it, I think, in your local setup. So what I will do, I will try to give a local host here. Okay, local host, not sure whether it will work. Manage connections, new connection as a local host, because MySQL server has to run here. Because this MySQL Workbench is is going to be your client, okay, from which you are passing the queries. For that, your server has to run. There is an XAMPP control panel. Okay, you can Google through this. You can download it. This is actually installs MySQL server also along with this one. Okay, so it is started. Yes, server is running already. So localhost I will connect. I'll test the connection. Successfully made the connection. The port for MySQL is 3306. Okay, it will be there by default. You don't have to change it. Okay, we will connect through this. We'll close this. I added a connection and it is not coming here. Localhost is there. I'll connect to the localhost. Nothing is coming. It closed. Okay, localhost is there. I connect to that. Continue anyway. Yeah, it opened. Okay. By default, it will have a PHP my admin tables. Okay, you can use these tables also, but we are not going to do this. what we will do is we will create our database. Okay, can I enlarge this in view? Yeah, it is enlarging. Okay, you can download MySQL Workbench directly. Okay, from that you can use this Windows version. You can download it and you can use that one. Okay, so here create database. Database name I will give it as sample. Okay, to execute it here there will be commands. So this is how MySQL Workbench is is present. It has a schema on the left side and it will have the administration table information. Okay, this schema only is there. That is enough. Administration information, it is not having anything. We have not configured anything for this one. Okay, so it is fine. It's a local setup and it will have other options. Here it will list your tables and outputs and all it will show, and you will have a run query option or execute this and all. So I executed it. Table is created, database is created, it says. Then it is not coming here. I will press F refresh. Why it is not listing here? Database is created, then I will create, then use the database, use a sample. Okay, so in order to execute it, it is fine. Okay, database is created. Use a sample. Then in order to see the databases, select database which I am using. We'll give select database. See, actually it will list everything. Okay, it will say the database which I am using is sample. This I cannot enlarge, guys. Okay, this portion I could not enlarge. Only whatever I am typing it here, I can enlarge. Okay, but this should have the schema. Yeah, sample table is there. See, sample database is there, and in the tables I have not created any table at all. It can have table views. All these things are belonging to the database a sample. Okay, select database. Which database I have selected, that it is showing. Okay, use database. All these things you can do it with the mouse click itself. Since we are learning it, I am typing everything here. Okay, I will create a table. Create a table student, uh, and I will give student ID as int and student name as a varchar 20, and class as int. Okay, so control enter, it will execute it. Otherwise you can go and execute here. You can press this icon. Okay, so student table is created. You can refresh it and see here it is the refresh option. In the tables, student table is created. Okay, it is having columns, indexes, foreign keys, triggers, information and all. You can I mean you can I mean what we can say, you can elaborate it and see it what all is there. Okay, student columns are student ID, name and class is present. Okay, so we'll insert some values into this and then we'll see. Insert. So describe also we can see it here. DESC student. Okay, control enter, it will show the definition of the table here. Okay, then I will insert some values. Insert. So down in the down one, it will show the output whether the command is executed properly or not. Okay, otherwise it will throw errors and all also will be seen in the last portion of your MySQL segment. Okay, so insert into table, insert into table name is a student, and the values I'm trying to insert will be like 001 as ID and a name as Priya something, and a class as integer, right? I fifth class something I will give. Okay, similarly I will add more values, 002 and Santosh some value and some class as 5 only. Some three records I'll try to add, uh, comma, puja something like, and class 4. Okay, all this information I have added it. So it is a successful. Here it's showing, see, three rows affected, three duplicates, and no warnings in that. Okay, you can list it from select star from table, select star from student. Okay, so it will list what are the information I have added it, okay, into the table. Now we are going to see alter command, right? So what we will do, enter. If we try to add a new column to the existing table, student table, alter table, table name is student. Okay, add column name. I wanted to add age, and what type, it should be of type integer, and check constraint you can give like age. Okay, they are class 5 students, no, age less than uh, 15. Likewise, you can give the constraint. Okay, check. I hope this works. Otherwise, we will not complicate. Presently, we will add first one column with the int. Okay. Okay, it got added. Then we can describe the table and see. What you can do is you go to this statement, you click your mouse and just run it. You no need to copy and paste it. It will give. See, the new column age is added with some new null value. Okay. Then if you wanted to add more column, okay, alter. I will open another query page, okay, because okay, I will write it here. Alter table, table name as a student, add, say address, and I also address as a varchar 100. Size of the address I'm giving varchar 100, and also wanted to add phone number. Okay, phone number as varchars again, or care of, because phone number is going to be the same, right? You can give the specific size, care of 10. Okay, alter table, student table name, add address varchar, phone number I have given. Phone number is not valid at this position. Add algorithm, some error it is showing. Some error I'm doing it. Okay, this command is again add, I think. Add. Yeah, again you have to give add. Okay, add two times. How many times you are going to add the column number, columns? How many number of columns you are adding? Have to give add. Okay, this execute this. It is added. Then you can select the table, describe the table and see it. Click on here, run that execute. It will execute it. Then it has a address column and phone number column also. Select the star from student, address column and phone number column also, it is added, but we have not given any value to that still. Okay, what else is that? Then modify, right? Say for example I wanted to modify, alter table, modify a column name, a student, modify uh, phone number to mobile number. Okay, modify phone number. I actually Modify. Okay. No, no. Modify won't modify the name of the column. It will only modify your data type. So modify the phone number to varchar. Okay, char we have given. Say for example, I wanted to change it to varchar of 10 characters. Okay, that it is possible. Run this, then it is a successful command. Okay, here I'm changing the data type of the phone number. Okay, using the modify command. Alter table modify. What do I say? Yeah, it is a command only, you can say. Then you can select, you can describe the table now and see. Then it will be modified. See, phone number is modified to varchar. Okay, using modify you can change the structure of the table. If you wanted to modify multiple column fields a data type, then you can, what you can do is control is that you can modify it likewise. Modify and say class. I wanted to give it as a varchar. 1 minute, 10. Yeah. So we wanted to change. If we wanted to change the data type of it, then you can change it likewise. It's based for the user of your requirement only. See, class I've given it as integer. Later you wanted to write the class name as a an std5 standard 5 standard 2 like that, or uh, class 5 like that. If you wanted to write it in characters also, then you can change that data type. That's why this simple commands only you can yourself understand it. Okay, so I've changed multiple columns here, then that will also get reflected. Okay, class I've changed it to, I'll describe the table and show. Now class also changed to varchar. Okay, so using modify command you can change the definition of your data type of your columns. Okay, next one is a rename. Rename, I'm not sure whether it will work. We'll see that. Okay, alter, change the name of your this one. Alter table, student is my table. In that I modify, not modify, change. Okay, phone number to mobile number. If you wanted to change the phone number to mobile number, to mobile. Okay, and you have to specify what type it should be. Mobile number. I mean, if phone number is of type varchar, right? If you wanted to give a mobile number, something else like a character of 10 again, or character of 12, 11 again, that you have to give. Okay, to the new field you have to give, but two is not valid. I think it is not a two. It is only change. Okay, change phone number, mobile number. You don't have to give two. Okay, likewise, if you do that, it will change it. It is successful. I will describe the table and show there is no phone number. You can. I'm sorry. This I could not enlarge it. Okay, this portion I cannot enlarge it. It will come like this only. This I can enlarge it. Okay. So phone number to mobile number you can change. Likewise, multiple columns you can change, and you can change the table name itself. Okay, using alter table. Table name is a student. I change it to, say, using the rename option, you can change it to another name, student name. Okay, so it is also successful. Now if you search for select star from student, it will show error. See, tables sample dot student does not exist. Student table is not existing, but another one is existing. Student name. Okay, I will change it to info. Okay, student name to student info we will change. Okay, if I try to look for student info, it will be present. That's what, with the same fields and same values. So changing the names, And if you wanted to delete any column in that, say for example class, you wanted to delete it, then you can do alter table, table name, now it is changed to student name, student name, drop table, I think, no, drop column. Okay, column, right? Okay, I'm not sure, we'll see that. Drop column. See itself, MySQL itself is giving me what is the option. Statement is incomplete. Which column, if you take, say for example, class column I wanted to remove, then I can give it like this. Okay. So alter table, student name, the table name, drop column, column name if you give, it will drop that column. I have executed the command. This is not student name, sorry. This is student info. I change the name to student info. I run it. Student info is also not existing. Spelling is wrong. Okay, now it is successful. You can see here successful. Then I will select start from student info. The class is removed. So this is about alter table commands. You can play around with this. Okay. Using alter table also, you can add the um, keys. That is the primary key and the foreign key constraints. You can add it. That I will show. Okay, so this table I have added. If I have not created, I have created the table, right? But I have not given any primary key or foreign key to this table, right? Any constraints also, that you can do it using the alter key command. Okay, alter table. Table name is student info and add primary key. No, add we cannot do. Say I wanted to give the primary key for a particular column, that is a student ID. So what I will do, modify that. Okay, modify the student ID field to contain the primary key. I'm not sure this one. Okay, primary key like this only. Primary key, primary key of a student ID. It is giving error. Modify student ID int. Yeah, the type also I have to give. Okay, data type also I have to give. Here student ID. I'm trying to add the primary key value to that, but primary key you don't have to give specify this one. I think so. Directly you can give it. Okay, as a primary key. This is the command. Alter table student info modify student ID int primary key. Okay, I execute it. It is no problem in that. No error has come. So we will describe the table and see whether it is taken as a primary key. Okay, describe student info table. Okay, so if you see that the student ID has become the primary key here. Okay, and it will automatically set the null value to no. It cannot take the null value. It cannot, what do we say? It should not take a null value at all. That's the reason. Okay, is this fine till now? And likewise, I will set the foreign key for this table itself. Table, okay, student info, add foreign key, and I will give the different key to that foreign key as ID, directly ID, and references. Which one it will refer? It will refer the, not sure whether it will work, but we'll see. References of primary key. Sorry, references the table name we have to give student info of student ID. That day didn't work, but not sure whether it will work today. Okay, it will work. So it's for the same table. I'm giving the foreign key. Foreign key will get created. A new column will get created with the ID, and that will be considered as a foreign key. Okay, it references to which table? Same table, student info table, with the primary key student ID. Okay, so I execute this. Key ID does not exist, it is saying. I think I have to add the key ID. It is not present actually. So what I will do, I will add the key. So what to add it, I can do alter table to the table student info, add ID. Okay, ID of integer type. Okay, so I will add this. It is fine. Now this command will work. Okay, so you can see it. Select star from student info. You can see there is one more column created which is ID, which is going to be the foreign key. How you can see foreign key? You can describe and see the table, and it will show whether it is a foreign key. MUL, if it is giving, then MUL, it will represent that this is a foreign key. Okay, ID is the foreign key in the same table. Yes. We have created now. It is present in the same table itself. Primary key and the foreign key is present in the same table itself. That is what we try to do it. Okay, but this, see, there are two things in referential integrity we were talking, no, that constraints. It means it talks how the foreign key should behave. Okay, it is also possible that self-referential is, they say self-referential means the same table itself is containing the foreign key. Okay, so here what we have created the primary key in a table student info table, which is student ID. We have created a foreign key in the same table. Okay, that is referring to the same table's primary key. But this will not be make any sense, because we can see why we create a foreign key is in order to relate between two tables, so that while you are retrieving the tables, how do you retrieve the table data? Select command, you will use it to retrieve the table data, and later on you will see joining of two tables. That time you can use this primary key to retrieve both the tables data. So to make a relation between two tables, we go for the keys. But this is also possible, but it was of not any value at all real time. That's what. Okay guys, is this a fine? See, you can what all we can do is we can add we can change the data type of any column. You can add new columns. Okay, and you can give the key constraints also to the columns. Okay, likewise using the modify command. And you can also add a foreign key, whatever the constraints whichever I told, to the columns. Okay, this you understand, no? Like a foreign key, how you have to add it. If it is the same table or different table, based on we will give foreign key, the ID, which column should be the foreign key, that ID we will pass in the brackets. References which table, primary key, this is the information of the primary key we will give. Okay, till now it is fine. That's all about alter commands. There are not much. You can delete a column also using the alter command. Okay, and you can rename table name itself. Is this okay till now? Please tell me. Then we will see update command. Update is actually to update the values inside your table values itself. Okay, select star student info. Here we are giving the values like for columns Priya, Santosh, Puja, right? Updating this values itself, adding a new values to the particular column. Age and all is not filled, that you can add it. Likewise you can do it with update command. Okay, that we will see some examples. Mhm. What I will do is I will open a different query in this file. I will tell which table I'm going to use it. Okay, because this is a fresh I mean what to say, fresh page I have opened it. It doesn't understand which database you are going to use it. We created the database student, right? So we will use that database, use student, use student. Okay, and execute that. Control enter, if you give it will execute, I told. Then or you can give this execute command. Unknown database student, it is saying, it is not student, it is sample. Okay, database name is sample. One of the table is a student, tables is a student in that. So I've used the sample database and select star from student. Okay, we'll see what student info, right? I've changed the name info. See here, if it didn't reflect it, I have to refresh it. Okay, see now the table name is student info. Okay, it has columns and other things. So execute it, it is giving the result. Okay, so with update I will take update. So you can using update, how that command works is update a table. Okay, table name, and you will set the value, set the values of for any column, set column name. Okay, and you can set the value whatever you wanted to do. Likewise this command will work. I don't know. Okay, this is the comment here. Okay, we'll see some examples in update. And you can also give a where condition. Okay, one more thing, where class we will see in detail. Actually what is this where is, I'm trying to select the tables, I mean list the values from the student info. Okay, select star from student info. If I wanted to particularly view the values from where, uh, for name or for s- particular name, I am name equal to only I wanted to see the details of a Priya. Okay, that I can give it here. Okay, so the where class will be like applying some conditions on the table. Okay, like you can give uh, a name equal to whichever the specific field you wanted to check. You can get that one using the where class. So that where can be applicable in update command also, where column name you can give column name, and where class you can give where some conditions, where some condition which is satisfying it. Okay, so see when I gave this command, it gave only the information about Priya, but Priya is not having any proper values, so that we will leave it. Hmm. Okay, so what I will do, I will set some values for Priya for age, address, mobile number, and ID. Okay, or for everyone we can set it. The command is like update table, not table actually, update the table name. This is wrong. This one, table name is a student info. Um, Set age as 10 we can give, or 7. That's all. So what is this command saying? In the student info table, set the age value as a 7. I'm not giving condition for whom, so I'll execute this. three rows affected. Okay, three changed. Let's query this and see the table. See, all the name age for Priya, Santosh and Pooja are set to 7 because I have not given a where condition. Say for example, if I set the age 10, where name equal to Priya, only for Priya I wanted to set uh, age 10, then you can give the specific condition using the where class. Okay, where class is like uh, what you can say, filtering out to specific values, specific fields. Okay, specific values you can filter it and set it that one. So I executed it. It is saying one row affected. Okay, because only Priya row is affected, Priya's age is affected. I select star from this one. Okay, now you can see that Priya's value is affected. Likewise you can do it. Okay, so multiple columns also you can set it by giving a comma in this. Say I wanted to set age for Priya as 10. It is 10 now, so I set it back to 7. 7. And I will also set the address for her. Yeah, address for her as Chennai. Chennai is where care, so I have to give it like this in quotes. And I also wanted to set her mobile as some 10 digit number 10578910. Okay, and ID is also there. I will set that ID as some 1 or 999 likewise. Okay, where name you can wrap this text also. So update it. It is throwing error for me. Oh, why it is throwing error? Sample didn't constraint. Okay, ID, it is throwing error in the constraint. I'll try like this, where name equal to Priya. Okay, it is fine. It is throwing error for the foreign key. I think it is trying to refer the existing primary key, right? So say for example, if I give ID equal to 001, then it will take, I think. Yes. This you understood, no? See, before I gave the ID as 99. Okay, foreign key will refer to the existing value, right, of the primary key. That is the reason it was throwing error. If I do that, see, it is saying the error like, I'll try to copy this and put it here. Copy. Yeah, it copied. The error code is saying like, cannot add or update a child row. A foreign key constraint fails. Okay, that's what that error information is. So that's the reason we could not add it. I gave the existing ID to it, then it accepted it. Somebody is talking. Okay, existing ID like a 002 also you can give because it is referring to second field likewise. Then it accepted it. Now if you can see the student info, the value for updated for Priya is updated. Okay guys, is this fine?
Ma'am, I got one doubt.
Yes.
In mobile field, how can we set the number mobile number should consist of 10 numbers like that?
Mobile field, how can you set integer? You wanted to restrict it as a 10
Yeah,
numbers
yeah,
only,
yeah.
not more than that,
Yes, yes.
right? Yeah, you can set it here. I have given the value as data type as character. Otherwise, you can set it as integer 10, integer of 10 here.
No, no, no. My condition is if in case if we give 9, it will take, right?
Yes, sir, it will take.
But
Okay,
I just wanted to restrict that it should have. 10 numbers only, digits, 10 digits only.
Okay, then that we have to put it in the check.
Otherwise, it should not accept.
In the check constraint, you can do that. But yeah, in the check constraints we give, no sir. But I've not done that. I will have to do it and show you. What I'm saying is here you cannot restrict it to saying like it should actually take only 10 digits by the data
Yes.
type field. Maybe in the check you can give it saying like there also data type I'm not sure. Normally how you do in application is this check we will keep it in the application like the code we write, right? Like we will norm in a any web application and all, we will normally have a web form. There we will restrict it like the number of characters is length we will check, right? Okay, there is a length field also, sir. I will show it tomorrow, sir. There is a length field in MySQL. I've not tried it. That's why I'm not sure. Tomorrow I will show.
Oh, fine, fine, madam.
Yeah, that character, that length field, there is a length keyword. Using that, you can set it likewise. Otherwise, normally how we do is like if it is a web application and all, there we will do a check. Length of that character is whatever they typing is less than that, then it will throw an error likewise. We will not check it in the database end. In the back end, we will not check it. We will check it there. But it is also possible using this length field. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, then what else in this? Okay, then all other things with select query only. Okay, update. There is one thing like replace. Okay, those are functions. Replace and all is function. When we are seeing functions, we will see that. When we are seeing aggregate functions, will be there in MySQL also. Like we can do a sum, we can find the average. Those aggregate functions are present. That time we will see that replace. And more than along with this, we can also have a select query like nested queries. Okay, nested queries means we are having nested commands like we are having update inside it, we can also have a select query. What it will do, nested queries always anywhere, even if it is nested classes or nested queries, it will first execute the internal query, and then with the result of that output it will execute the outside query. So that we will see it in the next classes, coming classes, how it works. We can have a select query here, and based on the select output of the select query, this update will work on that. Okay, that we will see it on later on with that. Okay, is this fine? This is about update, and it is about this one, alter. Nothing much, it is easy only, you can learn by yourself also. Okay, um then we will go to select. Okay, select little examples. I will show it in select. Whatever we can put a conditions for the selects, right? Rather than selecting the whole thing, selecting a particular column. Okay, selecting a particular row. See, by writing where name equal to Priya, we actually selected a particular row, that is particular tuple, right? I execute this. So, a particular tuple related to Priya, we can list it out and see. Okay, using select, you can do many things. Okay, that is what our primary idea also to work on with the database. What are the information is present in that. Yeah, I'll open another one. New query tab. Okay, okay. Why I have come here? I have to show cascade and this one I forgot it. Okay, after this I will show that one. Okay, because we discussed that, right? Cascading referential constraints we discussed, that I've missed to show. After this select, I will show that one. Okay, then use the sample database. Okay, use the database is used. Many conditions you can put with the where class. Okay, 1 minute, I'll take that. Okay, we will see it one by one. So select a star. It means it will select all the columns and give it from the table student info. Right. So we also saw if you want a particular column to be viewed, only the particular column, like only name or student ID or only address. Okay. So select just address. Okay, here we'll give the column name, which one we wanted to select from student info. From which table we will give that one. Okay. So it will give only the address column. If you can see only the address column values, name was containing all the fields. So I will select a name. Okay, name comma multiple fields if you wanted to see alone, then you can give it like this: name comma address spelling is wrong, so it is a name comma address. Okay, likewise you can select the particular column in this and see it. Okay, what I will do is I will add some more information into this table. Okay, so that it will be little good to view it. Okay, so what I will do, I will insert into table name student info. In that values I will type some 003 comma John, and what else it was having, and age as 10, and some mobile number, then id as 3, likewise multiple. 4 Peter, 9 5 Mary, 6. Okay, something like some value, some more values I've added. It is throwing error does not match the value at the counter row. Insert into table 1 2. Okay, 4 5 are there, 5 are there, 6 values I have to give. Address I have not given, like Mumbai, this as a Delhi, and this as Bangalore, something like that. Okay, duplicate entry for 3. 4 we have given not null, no, it has a primary key, the id, that's why it is saying it is throwing error as a duplicate id. So all are fine, so this many tables we have it. Okay, so along with the select query you can use the where class to filter it out. Okay, select a star uh, from student info, where I can set like city. Okay, city field, city not address, it is right, address equal to, I can give it as Delhi. I want a Delhi address. LHI. Okay, so it will give only the row of whatever is daily matching in this. Okay, since I have given star, it is giving all the column values. If I give it is only address, okay, in the star, in the place of star which column I wanted only address, then it will give only the address and for the daily matching. Okay, using the where class, you can give directly the values likewise, or you can use regular expressions. Okay, regular expressions, it will you that one how you can use it like this percentage. Okay, percentage will do a match between the values from start and end, and it will give us the result. Or you can have, you can miss the some, say for example, if a Delhi is there, okay, I know only Delhi, D, it will start from D or DEL. I don't know the end of it. Sometimes it happens. No, the student name, you know, it starts from P. You don't know whether it is Prakash or whether it is Priya. That time you can give like a star. Okay, then it will list all the names which is starting from P. Okay, so I have not given, yeah, Peter, Priya is there, no, that we can see it. So this is the regular expression, like using some symbols to give a uh, to fetch a proper result. Okay, that way, if you're not sure which one you have to do, which one we have to give, that time you can go for the regular expressions. So what it is like, where address equal to, if I give like P star, then it will search only all P star values and it gives. Okay, address, it, this is not address actually, P star is name. Okay, and I will give it as a star. Okay, control is that, I'll not change it here. I'll copy this and write it differently. Star, select star from student info where name, name equal to P star. P, I don't know the remaining name, whether it is a Priya or Peter, I don't know. So I'm giving the output like this, but it is not giving it to me. Select star from this P star. It will give likewise. Okay, so let's start from this. Why it is not giving P? This is also not giving. Okay, it will not give because we have to give like here. Then it will give. P star is not working. Are we people also trying P star something? Okay, this I will check. I'm not sure whether it is why it is not giving. And there is a one other keyword like. Okay, so if you wanted to use a regular expression and what the start name and end name you don't know, you can give likewise. Okay, like name in between it has a, like a et, or Peter has et, right? But we don't know the start name or end name. That time you can give it likewise, then it will retrieve that data and give. It happens actually, we will not remember all the fields, all the records in our table. That time you can search likewise. So like will try to match the all your all the patterns with your regular expression. Say if it is only P. Okay, so Sip, Pooja, Priya, Peter, all whatever is matching with the P, it will give one. It gives the result with that. Okay, or if I give like P, I can not this also. I'm not sure. We'll see. I've not tested this. That's why it's not working. I think this is not equal. Then it is equal to. This also not working. Okay, regular expression I will check and tell, but commonly what we use, I normally use is this one. Will like, and if I wanted to search some student's name and all, I'll give it in, because full name we will not know, right? I will know only half of the names. So like I will know, right? Like Arul I will know. Well, no, no, don't know his full name. Then I can search likewise. Here it will not give result because Arul name is not there. John is there or somebody is there. I'm not given the second name here, so it will give whatever is matching with that Arul. It will list and give. It's understandable, right? That more regular expression I will come back tomorrow. I don't have an example now. And you can also use and or operators. Okay, the operators, yeah, they are called the operators in a select query, like address and another column also you wanted to search. So both the condition, when it satisfies, it gives the result. Okay, so I will write like this: select star from student info where address equal to Delhi, Delhi, and name as Peter. If I try to give Delhi, I'm giving in quotes because Delhi is our varchar, right? And I say name equal to, okay, Peter. Okay, execute this. So it is giving the value for Delhi, and both are satisfied, right? And the condition, if and means if both satisfies this condition and this condition satisfies, it gives the result. Okay, and you can also write, keep adding it. Okay, and is age greater than 7. Okay, but um, this will not give any result because all the conditions should satisfy, right? I think it will give, yeah, it is giving the same result. Student info, if you see, these are the information in the table. I execute this query. Okay, it is giving Peter age is greater than 7 and Delhi address. All these conditions are satisfied. Okay, we can also have an or operator which also works similarly. Say I copy this, I'll give or. Okay, small. See, I told, right, this select from, all these keywords are case insensitive. Okay, that you can give it as capital letter also. No problem, it will take it. Okay, so what I will do here is, okay, address I will give Delhi, and or name I will give it as Peter. Okay, or Pooja I will give. Okay, so what it will do, it will give two results, because or condition, if any one of it satisfies, it will give a result, right? So Pooja also it gave the result, and Peter also it gave the result. It retrieved that row, and it is displaying it here. Okay, so more you can play with the select query. So there are, when we are doing the seeing the classes, we will see about the select query. Okay, we can group by it, we can order it, and more things you can play around with the select query. Mm, so this is the basic about it. So I was talking about the cascade referential constraint, no, that example I will show. With that I will close it today. Okay, this any is this clear? The select query selection is clear, right? So these are based on your conditions, whatever you have to retrieve the data and see. Or if you are writing in your application, we have written the Java one example, right? One small demo project in that we retrieve the data from CSV file. Okay, I told like I will show an example with JDBC connection, that is with MySQL connection also. So that time you can retrieve the data for you retrieve this data, table data, and you can store it in any of your list collection, and you can use that for processing in Java. That is also possible. Okay, that time you will write these queries in your code, Java code, like select star from this table, what are the based on the condition how you wanted to retrieve, all these things you can give. Okay, uh, okay, then I will show that referential integrity. I'll open one more. Okay, say I create two tables. I'll use the same databases, use sample, create a table like employee I will give. Okay, in the employee table I will have a id, emp id, and as integer, and his name as varchar some 20. That's all. And I will also say the primary key of this table is emp id. Okay, so I will oh, some error is there. Missing open and close braces. I think there should be a comma here. Yes, there should be a comma here. Execute it. It is fine. Table is created. So describe the table and see. Describe employee table. It will have the primary key as a employee ID. Okay, PRI. It is present. Now I'll create one more table. Table as department. In that table, I will have a department ID as an integer. This is going to be the foreign key for me, which references to the employee ID primary key. Okay, and the department name somewhere care. The idea here is to show the cascade referential integrity, so we will concentrate only on that. Then I will give the foreign key as the emp ID. Sorry, not a department ID, which is going to references one. Okay, references the table employee table. The primary key is id. Okay, then afterwards I will say on cascade delete. Okay, one thing I can give like this, and another thing also I can give on cascade. Okay, I'll put it in a new line. On cascade update. Okay, that's all, but it is throwing error for me. It is not likewise, it is like this. On delete cascade. Okay, on update cascade. Okay, so this it is not throwing any error. This table will get created. Cannot create table sample department. Foreign key constraints is incorrectly formed. What is the error? Anyone can find what is the error? Okay, name of this I have not given properly. This is a department ID, and this name I'm given ID. It is emp ID. Okay. Now it will be fine. Yes, it is fine. Successful. Department table is created with a foreign key. So our idea is to see how it will do the cascade. Okay, if you delete the foreign key, what it will do and all those stuffs. Okay, before that, one more thing. Okay, I will have a one more department one. In that, I will not have this cascade and all. Okay, so insert insert into employee table one comma some name John and two comma some name Peter. Okay, employee table I have inserted. Values I have to give. Okay, it is inserted. Now I'm what I've done is I have created another table only with foreign key constraint. Okay, I've not given on delete cascade and all like department, and that table is department one. Into this table also I will insert some values. Okay, the table name is a department one. Why I'm inserting is I wanted to show the difference. Okay, how the constraint works. For this department ID I will give it as 111, and then here also 222, and this I will give it as admin, or this will I'll give it as a store some. Okay, some department. So table name department does not exist, so I'll to create it. So what we are doing it here, cannot add a foreign key constraint department one. Hmm. Okay, again it is throwing error. Okay, constraint, this should be two, or this should be two. Yeah, it is a fine. Why it is throwing error means foreign key department ID. I told it is a primary key, right? Primary key value. So we have to give the employee ID as a primary key. That's why it is a throwing error. Two tables I have created: employee and department. I'll select this table and show you. Select star from employee. So it is having this value, employee ID and name, and select star from department 1. Okay, 1 only I have populated the value. It is having the, it is actually department ID is referring to the primary key of the employee table. Say for example, if I try to delete it one column. Okay. Hmm. Okay, delete command also I have to tell you. I think delete from table. How do we delete any values from the table? Is delete from table. Table is employee. Okay, where um, employee ID, don't worry, I will explain again. Okay, employee ID equal to 2. I'll try to delete the employee with employee ID 2, but employee ID is a reference in the department 1 ID, right? So if I try to run that, it will show this error. Okay, that's what I wanted to show it here. By default it will show this error saying delete from employee, where this one code, error code is this cannot delete or update a parent row because of the foreign key constraint. That's why I have written this. What I'm trying to do here is I created two tables, employee table and department table. So employee table, employee ID, I have given it as a primary key, and that key I have made it as a foreign key in the department table, which is a department ID. Okay, so when I try to delete this department sorry, when I try to delete the primary key, so it is a saying it throws error because it is referenced in the foreign key constraint. Okay, so this is the delete command. Okay, delete command, you can delete a particular value from any table, and you can give the condition which value you wanted to delete it. Employee id is the column name in the employee table, and I'm trying to delete the value 2. Okay, but it will allow me to delete value 1. I am not sure, but it is not referenced. I'll try this. See, it will allow me to delete the value 1. Why? Because in department table we have not referenced 1 at all. Okay, so in order to avoid this, say for example you wanted to delete the uh, id itself, and you wanted to remove the data from the department also, then what you can do, you can create it this way. Okay, you can tell the table which is going to be which is going to have a foreign key using the delete cascade and all. So the same thing I will do it here. I've created a department table here. Now I will add some values into it. Okay, see if it is confusing, don't worry, we will see tomorrow also. But just try to understand it. Okay, it created a department table. It is saying some error, you have an error in the SQL syntax. Okay, it is because of this. Okay, insert. I'm inserting into department table some values. Then we can select and see it. What is that values? Select star from department. Okay, it has added it two times. I've executed this insert command. Okay, that's why it is giving four times the values. Okay, this table is created with on delete cascade and on delete update. Okay, so if I try to delete the employee ID 2 here, now it will not throw error. It is still throwing error. Why it is throwing error? It is throwing error because department 1 is referring to that. Okay, foreign key constraints. Only 2 it is allowing me to add, 1 I'm not able to add. Okay, 1 I have deleted it, that's why it is not allowing me to add. I'll insert it again. Then I will add 1 into this. Mm, okay, 2 rows added. What I've done is just last minute. Okay, later on I will 2 hours, ma'am. Okay, I know. Okay, anyway, I'll finish this tomorrow. I will explain it again. Okay, I've inserted one value for two records. Just 2 minutes. You wait. I will finish this. Then it will be fine. Tomorrow I will explain it again. Okay, select Select star from employee, it has two records. Okay, select star from department, it has these many records. It also has referencing the employee id 1. Okay, when I try to delete employee id with 1, then it will delete it. It is fine. Then if you list the employees 2 is 1 is removed, and from department also 1 will be removed. It will not throw error here. That's what my idea is. On delete cascade means whatever you do on a primary key, it will like affect the foreign key also. Okay. Anyway, I will tell this tomorrow again. Okay, only this. We can wind up the session. I know you people are exhausted. Sorry.
Ma'am, in second table, hope you have not mentioned foreign key as primary key, ma'am.
No, I have mentioned this one. No?
No, 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 that is not declared as primary key.
This can be a foreign key itself. It need not be a primary key in the second table.
Okay.
Yeah, it can be a foreign key. It You can have a primary key for this table, which is specific to department table itself. Yep. Up. So you got it, no? What I'm trying to say.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Tomorrow I will say this again. Okay. Okay. Thank you all. Then, if any doubts you can ask. Otherwise, tomorrow we will see this. I think this select and all. In anyway, we will keep working on queries. No. So you will come across with many of this select. If you wanted to update it, if you wanted to add values and all, we will see. And delete is okay. Yeah. Everything I will show. Okay, thank you all. Any doubts you can ask me, otherwise you can leave. Post lunch session today it is it Hadoop or ML. Post lunch will be ML. ML will he will start. Hadoop I will try to come. Okay, 4 o'clock. I'll try to connect. Okay, thank you all. We'll meet maybe post lunch or tomorrow. I'll inform. Okay. Help me to get a. Okay, sir. You want to show it now, sir? We have not installed Hadoop. Please do the installation, single node installation. If I'm taking post lunch class, then I will show some of the commands which we have to run it in HDFS. Okay. VT not working. Okay. Uh, okay. Today by tonight today evening it will come VTE. Okay. After that you can work on that. Sir Subrata Roy, sir, you wanted to show me, share your